Good morning. Today I will be discussing the rest of the questions of increasing and decreasing function. And the question is here that so that the y is equal to log 1 plus x minus 2x upon 2 plus x for x greater than equal to greater than minus 1 is an increasing function of x throughout its domain. For that, first of all, we will differentiate y is equal to log 1 plus x minus 2x by 2 plus x. Differentiating with respect to x both sides, dy by dx is equal to differentiation of log 1 plus x is 1 by 1 plus x minus. Now here we will apply the quotient rule. Differentiation of 2x is 2 into 2 plus x minus 2x into differentiation of 2 is 0 plus 1 upon 2 plus x whole square. Let us solve it further. 1 by 1 plus x minus 2 to the 4 plus 2x minus 2x upon 2 plus x whole square. This 2x and 2x is cancelled. Now letter is 1 by 1 plus x minus 4 by 2 plus x whole square. Take LCM. LCM will have 1 plus x into 2 plus x whole square. Now 2 plus x whole square minus 4 into 1 plus x. Right? This is 2 4 plus x square plus 4x minus 4 minus 4x whole divided by 1 plus x and 2 plus x square plus 4x minus 4x is cancelled, plus 4 minus 4 is cancelled, left out with x square by 1 plus x into 2 plus x whole square. See now, f dash of x or dy by dx we have x square by 1 plus x 2 plus x whole square. Now I have to show that this function, if I take here that for what value of x this function is greater than 0, the x square and 2 plus x whole square, you know that the square of any number is always positive, that's why these two will be positive only. That means the whole function's sign depends on x plus 1. When x is greater than minus 1, then this will be greater than 0. That's why now we'll go and now we'll add the result. Now what we have got? We have got that f dash of x, that is dy by dx is equal to x square by 1 plus x and 2 plus x whole square, and this is greater than 0. This is greater than 0 for x greater than minus 1, because x square is greater than 0, x square greater than equal to 0, and 2 plus x whole square is also greater than equal to 0, right? Or simply you can write that x square is greater than 0, that also you can write x square greater than 2 plus x whole square also greater than 0, right? So now whole function f dash of x is greater than 0 for x greater than minus 1, and hence the given function is increasing throughout its domain, because this function is also defined only for x greater than minus 1, right? Now we'll go for the next question. and that is question number 8th of your book. Number 8th we have that find the value of x for which find the value of x for which the function y is equal to x minus 2 whole square is an increasing function. Find the value of x for which y is equal to x minus 2 whole square is an increasing function. Okay. Now we have the function y is equal to x minus 2 whole square, right? Differentiating with respect to x, dy by dx is equal to 2x minus 2 into differentiation of x into x minus 2. See, whole to the power 2 power into function x into x minus 2 to the power minus 1 and then differentiation of x into x minus 2. This will give you dy by dx twice of x into x minus 2. Differentiation of x into x minus 2, differentiation of x is 1 into x minus 2 as it is, plus x into differentiation of x minus 2, x will be 1, minus 2 will be 0. Right? Now this will give you dy dx is equal to twice 2x square minus 2 to the 4x into x minus 2 plus x. That will give you dy dx is equal to 2x square minus 4x into 2x minus 2. Here can I have common 2? That means dy dx is equal to, and I can take common 2 here also common, that is 2x into x minus 2 into x minus 1, and this 2 again I write here 2 to the 4. So now I will let out with 4x into x minus 2 into x minus 1. This is your f dash of x. F dash of x is 4x, x minus 1 and x minus 2. And now we have to find out the interval for which the given function is increasing or decreasing. Simply increasing, have to find out. Okay. Better. Now we know that we have 1 and 2 on the number line. Yesterday, if you remember, we have discussed that there are 2 ways to solve it, right? So now in the first method we will write that the critical points. Here we have now f dash of x is equal to 4x into x minus 2 into x minus 1. And therefore, for critical points f dash of x is equal to 0, it implies that 4x into x minus 2 into x minus 1 equal to 0. It implies that the value of x will have either x will be equal to 0 x will be equal to 1 or x will be equal to 2. That's why x is equal to 0, 1 and 2. There are 3 critical points, 0, 1 and 2. And now if I write this on the number line 0, 1 and 2. Now there are 1, 2, 3 and 4 disjoint set. Okay, this interval is 0 to minus infinity. This is from 0 to 1, 1 to 2 and 2 to infinity. Right? That means now for each and every interval we will check that value. We will make the table. First of all, interval we will write. In which interval I am talking about. Then the second column will write for the testing value we can write, for which value I am going to test. Test value. Third is sign of f dash of x, and then we have the nature. Nature of function. Okay. The first interval we will take, either we can take from left or we can take from right, for x less than g. X less than 0. I will start from here. That means from 0 to minus infinity. That means first interval I will take that let x is less than 0. X is less than 0. Now take any value x less than 0. Suppose I am taking x equal to minus 1. At x is equal to testing value, suppose if I write x equal to minus 1. When I put x equal to minus 1, now see f dash of x is equal to 4x, x minus 2, x minus 1. 4x, x minus 2, x minus 1. And I put here x equal to minus 1. When I put x equal to minus 1, what I will get? 4 into minus 1 into minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 and minus 1 minus 1 minus 2. That means the whole function is 4, 3, 12, 24 minus 24. At minus 1 it is minus 24. Right? So write it here minus 24. The sign of f dash of x, the x will minus 1, sign is negative. Sign is negative. That means f dash of x is less than 0. F dash of x is less than 0. And when it is less than 0, then it is called what? Increasing or decreasing? It is called decreasing function. It is called decreasing function. Decreasing function. Decreasing function. Right? Now the second interval we will take from 0 to 1. When x is less than 1 and greater than 0. Right? Now between x is 0, x is greater than 0 and less than 1. We can take at x is equal to half. X is equal to half. Okay. When I put x is equal to half, then f dash of x is equal to 4 into half minus 2 into half minus 1. Now it becomes 2 1 by 2 minus 3 by 2 into minus 1 by 2. It becomes 2 plus 3. Isn't it? Minus 3 and minus 1 plus 3, which is greater than 0. 6 by 4, which is positive. X for equal to half, it is positive. Right? That's why here f dash of x is greater than 0. When f dash of x is greater than 0, it means what? The function, nature of the function is increasing. Increasing. Right? Now the third interval, we have taken here x less than 0, between 0 and 1, now between 1 and 2, when x is less than 2 and greater than 1. When x is less than 2 and greater than 1, in between, we can take x is equal to 3 by 2, we can take 1 and a half, isn't it? 1 and a half, between 1 and 2, x is equal to, can I take 3 by 2. When x is greater than 1 and less than 2, x is equal to 3 by 2. Then also, if I put the value, we will get f dash of x. X is equal to 3 by 2. Now f dash of x is equal to 4 into 3 by 2, 3 by 2 minus 2, 3 by 2 minus 1. This is now 2 to the 4, 2 to the 6 into 3 by 2 minus 2, 3 minus 4 minus 1 by 2 and 3 minus 2, 1 by 2. Now 2, 3 is 6 minus 3 by 2. Now when I put the value of x is equal to 3 by 2, it also becomes negative. F dash of x is less than 0. That's why again here it is decreasing function. Now the fourth one is when x is greater than 2. When x is greater than 2. When x is greater than 2. When x is greater than 2, then you take any value. Testing value, suppose if I am taking 3, right, when x is equal to 3. When x is equal to 3, then f dash of x is equal to 4 into 3 into 3 minus 2, 1 and 3 minus 1, 2. It becomes what? Positive. That means f dash of x is greater than 0. For it, it is increasing. Decreasing, yesterday discussed, I can use this sign also. Decreasing, increasing, decreasing, increasing. In the question, we are asked to find the value of x for which the given function is increasing. And from this table, it is clear that there are two places where the function is increasing. That means when the value of x lie between 1 and 0 and the value of x is greater than 2, there are two places where the function is increasing. Right? That's why we say that the function increases. The interval for which function increases are between 0 to 1, 0 to 1 and greater than 2, that means 2 to infinity. In place of this, you can use the sign of union also. In place of writing and, you can use the sign of union also, no problem. Here, union. 0 to 1 and 2 to infinity. Two places where it is increasing. Instead of doing all this is the one method. And we have discussed also this, that if this 0, 1 and 2, dividing this number line into the 4 disjoint set, now we have the intervals 2, 2 to 1, 1 to 0 and 0 to this. Okay, right. Now this will be plus, minus, plus, minus. The function was question was asked, yes, tell me the interval in which where we find a given function is increasing. Now from this it is very clear, the function is increasing in the interval 2 to infinity and 0 to 1. See, 2 to infinity and 0 to 1. This I can write from this line also. Instead of doing all this, I can check and I can write here also, yes, the given function is increasing in the interval 2 to infinity and between 0 to 1. Right? Now, the question number 9th. That question number 9th of your book, it is very important question, and this question has been asked many times in the examination also, in the board examination. And that's why I will be doing question number 9 now. And it is up to you whether you make table or you make the number line. Using that you can get the answer. Now the question number 9 we have, prove that y is equal to 4 sin theta upon 2 plus cos theta minus theta is an increasing function, is an increasing function in the interval of theta in the interval 0 to pi by 2. This is the question, right? Yes. Now we have y is equal to 4 sin theta upon 2 plus cos theta minus theta. First of all, differentiate with respect to theta, both the sides. Now dy by d theta is equal to, differentiation of 4 sin theta will have 4 cos theta into 2 plus cos theta as it is, minus 4 sin theta into differentiation of 2 plus cos theta, differentiation of 2 will be 0, cos theta will be minus sin theta, whole divided by 2 plus cos theta whole square. We have used the quotient rule, minus differentiation of theta with respect to theta will have 1. Right, open the bracket, 4 to the 8 cos theta plus 4 cos square theta minus, and this minus becomes 4 sin square theta, minus 4 sin theta into minus sin theta plus 4 sin square theta upon 2 plus cos theta whole square minus 1. Now 8 cos theta plus 4 common, sin square theta plus cos theta equal to 1. That is simply 8 cos theta upon plus 4 will have, right? 4 common, cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1 upon 2 plus cos theta whole square minus 1. Now take the LCM. 2 plus cos theta whole square, this will give you 8 cos theta plus 4 minus 2 plus cos theta whole square, that means a square plus b square, right, plus 2ab, 4 cos theta minus 4 cos theta. We will have minus 4 cos theta. Now tell me, plus 4 and minus 4 is cancelled. 8 cos theta minus 4 cos theta will have 4 cos theta minus cos square theta whole divided by 2 plus cos theta whole square. Here can I have common cos theta? Cos theta common. So now 4 minus cos theta whole divided by 2 plus cos theta whole square. Cos theta, 4 minus cos theta upon 2 plus cos theta whole square. Now see, from this point it is clear, the value of cos theta, the maximum value of cos theta is 1, minimum value of cos theta is minus 1. That means 4 minus cos theta will be always positive, whatever the theta may be. If for any value of theta, 4 minus cos theta will be greater than 0. 2 plus cos theta, again whole square, that's why being its square is also positive. That means this is positive, this is positive. That means the functions, whole functions positivity or negativity depends on only cos theta. Depends only on cos theta. And you know that cos theta is positive in the first quadrant. In the first quadrant. That's why this whole function is positive in the first quadrant. And that's why we say that Ts given function is increasing if theta lie in the first quadrant 0 to pi by 2. This just I have discussed. Now I will write it Ts what I have done. Now we will discuss and we will write it. As you know that 2 plus cos theta whole square. Now 2 plus cos theta whole square. Being a square, isn't it? Being a perfect square is always positive. Right? Is always positive for any value of theta, whether theta lie between 0 to pi by 2 in the first quadrant. That also we can write 2 plus cos theta whole square is always greater than equal to 0, is always positive for any value of theta, or if I can write is always positive for theta belongs to 0 to pi by 2 in the first quadrant. That also you can write. Right? Second part we have 4 minus cos theta. What about 4 minus cos theta? 4 minus cos theta is also greater than 0. 4 minus cos theta is also greater than 0 for theta belongs to 0 to pi by 2. Right? Then this is also positive, this is also positive. Now totally depends on what? On theta. That means we conclude that, and cos theta is greater than 0. Therefore cos theta is greater than equal to 0 for theta belongs to the interval 0 to pi by 2. That means this whole function, therefore we have the conclusion that dy by d theta, therefore the function dy by d theta is equal to cos theta into 4 minus cos theta whole divided by 2 plus cos theta whole square is greater than 0. Or we can write greater than, we are asked to find out strictly increasing or strictly decreasing. Nothing is there in the question paper, in the question. Is increasing, it is written. Okay, fine. So now it is greater than equal to 0 for theta belongs to 0 to pi by 2, and hence the result. Many times this question has been asked. Okay, fine. Now I will do 1 or 2 extra questions. Find the intervals in which question is find the intervals in which the function f of x is equal to, in which function f of x is equal to sin x plus cos x. Sin x plus cos x, where x is lying in the interval 0 to 2 pi, 0 to 2 pi, strictly increasing or strictly decreasing, is strictly increasing or strictly decreasing. Okay, right? We have f of x is equal to sin x plus cos x. So now f dash of x is equal to definition of sin x is cos x, and definition of sin x cos x is minus sin x. For critical points, we'll write f dash of x equal to 0. It implies that cos x minus sin x is equal to 0. It implies that sin x is equal to cos x. It implies that tan x is equal to 0. Sorry, tan x is equal to 1, no? Not 0, 1. Sin cos x minus sin x is equal to cos x, sin x by cos x is equal to 1. Tan x is equal to 1. Now tan x is equal to 1, right? Therefore, tan x is equal to 1, it implies that x is equal to pi by 4. But it is given that the x lie between 0 to 2 pi, whole 360. That means there are two places where we will have tan x is equal to 1. That is pi by 4 and pi by 4 also can write. Yes or no? The two interval, two places where, because the x lie between 0 to 2 pi. If it had been given if the x lie between 0 to pi by 2, then certainly I would have taken only one value. But here the interval span is given here between 0 to 2 pi. That's why there will be two value. One will be pi by 4 and another will be pi by 4. That means there are two places where we got tan x is equal to 1. Right? Now see the interval which we have. The interval we have, one is if the angle is less than pi by 4, second one it between pi by 4 to pi by 4, and the third one if the angle is more than pi by 4. This we can check it now, right? That's why you make the table now. The first one is for intervals. The second column for testing value, or at what we are testing it. Test value. Then the sign of f of x, f dash of x, and the nature of function. The first interval we have when x is less than pi by 4 and greater than 0, right? When x is less than pi by 4 and greater than 0. Okay, now tell me, when x is greater than 0 and less than pi by 4, we can take the value pi by 6, we can take very easily, no? In between 0 to pi by 4. Pi by 6, let x is equal to pi by 6, which is lying between 0 to pi by 4. Now at pi by 6, now tell me, f dash of x is equal to cos x minus sin x. So now cos pi by 6 minus sin pi by 6. Cos pi by 6 minus sin pi by 6 will be what? Under root 3 by 2 minus 1 by 2, and under root 3 by 2 minus 1 by 2 will give you under root 3 minus 1 by 2. That means positive. Sign of f dash of x will be positive. F dash of x will be greater than 0. Right? And when it is greater than 0, the nature of the function will be what? Increasing. Increasing. Right? The second interval we have when x is less than 5 pi by 4 and greater than pi by 4. Okay. When x is less than 5 pi by 4 and greater than pi by 4, can I take the value of x is equal to what? Pi by 2. Now tell me, cos pi by 2 minus sin pi by 2. What will have? Cos pi by 2 minus sin pi by 2? 0 minus 1. Minus 1. That means the sign of f dash of x will be less than 0. And that's why the function will be decreasing. Okay. Now, when x is greater than 5 pi by 4 and less than 2 pi. Less than 2 pi. Right. When x is less than 2 pi and greater than 5 pi by 4. That means I can take x is equal to, and you can test it at x equal to 3 pi by 2. When x equal to 3 pi by 2, so now cos 3 pi by 2 minus sin 3 pi by 2 will be how much? Simple. Cos 3 pi by 2 minus sin 3 pi by 2. Cos 3 pi by 2 minus sin 3 pi by 2. How much? 1. 1 minus 0. Right? That's why f dash of x will be again here greater than 0. That means the function is increasing, positive, and that's why the function is increasing. Increasing. That means what? The given function is increasing when x is lying between 0 to pi by 4 and between 2 pi to pi by 4 and decreasing in the interval pi by 4 to pi by 4 and has the result. That you write finally the result of this question. Right? Same way you can do many questions of increasing and decreasing function. And just I am writing now 2-3 questions for you, okay, as an assignment. And please, before going for the assignments, do the problem of your book NCERT. That should be done first. Find the interval in which the function find the intervals in which the function f of x is equal to 2x cube plus 9x square plus 12x plus 20 is increasing and decreasing. Okay. The second question is find the intervals in which the function f of x is equal to x minus 1 x minus 2 whole square is increasing or decreasing. And the third question, determine the value of x for which y is equal to x to the power 4 minus 4x cube 4 divided by 3 is increasing and decreasing. These three questions will be there as assignments. And please do the problems of your exercise of your book, and then you can do these three questions. And this chapter is really easy one. In the next lesson we have the next part of the AOD, application of derivative, that I will discuss in the next class. In the meantime, please take care of yourself and please do the assignments regularly. Mathematics practice should be done regularly. Don't forget it. In the meantime, you take care of yourself also.